Hi everyone, here's Simone. This is tutorial 21, and today we're gonna speak about some interesting things. And here I was trying to make something, but then I realized that it is too complicated to make it faster. So let's start with the three things we wanna learn today. Here we go. And then there will be also another one. So I make this and I will type dragable comp. Okay, so four things today, tips and trick. You can see here we have a kinematic arm that is following the mouse and making rotation like a robot. And this is a bone chain that you can use to animate things if you are such a nerd. Okay. Then a bit of T script here in TouchDesigner and why it's useful for me and maybe also for you. And then the UI message box and the draggable component that are not done. I will do it here for you. Where to find info, as always. So in this case, you go to the derivative website and you type for T-script. Then you wanna see, actually, if you know a little bit of Python, the equivalent of T-script and Python. Okay. So what I find faster between T and Python, T is the native language of TouchDesigner, is sometimes to refer table, and T is a specialist for it, refer table and grab value. With this tab expression, we are referring to the table called vals1, and we are taking the value mama and the column number 1. So I have 90 a lot. So if I now want to take another value, it is me. So these things work really good if you name stuff. Okay, in T everything is kind of named. So you can refer to it really fast with this expression. In Python you have to do like this. That is not bad, but sometimes this is really fast, and also for my mind it's a kind of faster idea. I mean, I have a table, I have an expression for a table. I don't know, up to you. Then you can use the value up. You can refer with Python to this table, it's no problem. Up to you. So this is tab, how it works. Second thing is how to get parameters that are string from a component. Okay, so you have to use parse. And evaluate is in T, so you change the language here. Then I use this expression that is parse. Okay, and you have to say to parse the path of the parameter. So first you go to the component, and then the last part is the name of the parameter you want to get from the operator we are reaching. My mind is faster. So this is to refer string, and this is to refer numbers. In Python you have to do like this. That is, again, it's not bad, but I don't know, sometimes I use it and I want to share it with you. I guess it's really really fast if you actually want to use this, okay, and refer to object. Okay, so here I'm actually evaluating these things from a table and adding a string. To do this, sometimes in Python you have to be a magician. Not really, but sometimes it's complex to write, and this is super fast. So you start with back quote and you end with back quote. So this is left, pointing left, and this is pointing left. Okay, and this means for T, please take this and make a string or evaluate the data, and then you can add another string without plus and the things you have to do in Python. Okay, so this is how it works. I find a bit of knowledge of C embedded in here. So you want to go to the system component, and then in the system component you wanna check for td result local time. So here I'm here. Okay, there's a bit of T, so you can check how it works. This is where I get how to refer to a parameter, to something. So here it's a chop, so it's evaluating the data, grabbing a chop. Here I'm asking for a top with a top. So yeah, makes sense. Okay, so first boring things done. Okay, then less boring and fancy things. This is funny. Okay, so UI. You go here, you type UI. You go here. Okay, and then we wanna go and see the method message box. It's really funny to use. Let's make touch designer interact with us. Okay, let's take a text. Okay, we actually wanna steal this thank you derivative and we put it here. Okay, message box, and we have to add the UI dot. Okay, so we are referring to a class and we are taking a definition, I hope is the right name. So we need to have a title that is a string, this is another string, and then the buttons. Let's actually say that we wanna have the title is like can be a question, okay. And okay, needs to be compiled correctly like that. It's a string and Python requires this to know that it's a string, and then the message can be, I don't know, 2 plus 3. Okay, then here we have the option. Okay, so we say we know that 2 plus 3 has to be 5, so we say the first answer can be 5. Then we create the other buttons, so we make another button that say 10, that is actually not correct, and another button that say 22. So kind of easy question to answer. Okay, the answer of our UI message box is embedded in the first element, so the element number 0. Okay, so we can say if let's store this to a variable, so we call it message. Okay, variable message. So if message right is equal to 0, that is what we want, what we're gonna do, we're gonna print something. Okay, that's like print, it's really good to print always. So touch designer will reply good. In the other case, every one, so we can just finish with else. Touch designer will reply as that the answer is not correct, and we make a structure to ask a question. So print bad. Okay, so if I'm not making things wrong with this little script, we can have this. Okay, 2 plus 3, I select 5, and as you can see it replied good. Let's do it again. Okay, reply, oops, running this again. So Control R, you run a script when it's selected, and now 2 plus 3 is bad. Okay, so let's say that now maybe we wanna have that we wanna have a trigger out of it. That's super nice. So we take a trigger chop. This guy had this button, so if you press it then you have a trigger. Okay, that as you can see has also sustain value at 0.5. So 2 plus 3 point, it's a question, let's do it like this. Okay, I don't know if English is correct, like what is 2 plus 3, I don't know, makes sense. Or is how much, doesn't matter. So then instead to print good, let's leave it, we wanna refer to this operator, then let's put also store the path to go to the operator in a variable that we call the trigger. Our trigger will be op Trigger one, and I know that I just wanna pulse this, so we're gonna go directly there and say dot bar dot trigger pulse dot pulse, please. Okay, should be fine. Then we wanna say that if is good, then we wanna trigger. If is bad, no. Right? Then we're gonna run this guy again, and we wanna answer correctly, and we are having a trigger if the answer is correct. If we wanna run this guy again, why are we having a trigger? I see. Pardon. Right? Because I mean, I was already doing the action anyway. So question, action, and then action again. Wrong. Now it's correct. So if we answer this, we have no trigger, and if we answer correct, we have the trigger. Right? So again, this is the script. We are defining a message, okay, that give us an answer. So we can say that this was, we define a trigger, then we have a message, and then we're having a little if and else just to understand what will happen after this. So again, you run it, 5 trigger. Okay, really nice. Again, this is amazing. When I discovered it, I was so happy. The draggable component. Don't smoke, guys. It's dangerous. Okay. So let's say that now we want to make some component. Okay. So we are inside a component. We're gonna make other component. The component needs to have a color, visible color. So the first one is white. That's like make it as it's supposed to be. So you have a component here. You wanna go to panel, okay? Then you wanna engage drag to resize and drag to the position component. How to compile those data? And let's say that each component we wanna have movable and draggable has to be big as the canvas we have. That is our parent. So 0 0, then we refer with the parent. Yes, dot par dot w, because we are in w, and then we wanna take this guy, Ctrl C, and I'm gonna grab it here and take H. That's because we are really sad guys. So W go to the X and H go to the Y. Okay, then we wanna change the parameter of this guy, make it like this, like that. Okay, so now we are ready to copy this guy and change some color for each of those. So this is white, this is like this is like, I don't know, that. Well, decision. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Then if you go up, we have this, and you say, and now we can do that. Look at that. Ta 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 ta. Okay. Okay. So if you see, then when you go to the edges, automatically you can even size it. Okay. And if you remember, the component, each component has its own look. So as his own composite method. So we can say that this goes subtract, this goes multiply, this goes add, and the other stay on over. Okay, so now something disappear because it's actually multiplying by the parent, so we make a light gray just to see everything. Here we go. Okay, so now they're even having their own compositing method, and you can. She's freaking out. I don't know why. But anyway, you see, they they she's freaking out. You see, can happen. The order that they have now is based on the name. In order to make, for example, this blue going back, okay, you have to work with a line layout, the align order. So, for example, this one actually has to stay. So I get -2, still there. See 10. It's always there. Maybe because it's in over. Okay, anyway, you have now is referring with the name. So the 6 is the higher and stay higher. If you want maybe to have the number 3 higher, then type 1999, and then theoretically, yeah, it's, you see, it's above the blue. Okay, or you can re-put it in the layer, so this is 3 was 3. Okay, and go down. So you want to have it above everything, you make like this. Okay, draggable and resizable containers. How cool is that? Nice. Okay, freaking things with touch designer. Kinematic. Okay, how to make a kinematic card. Let's find out the how to do it. Okay, let's go close this guy. Let's make a container. You go inside the container. You have to split the view. You have to make the view a geometry viewer. Then you have to click the bones. Okay, then you actually select the initial position, and then you start to build the bone. I'm clicking with the left, 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 and then I want to finish with the right. Boom, and we create it. Then actually they're here, but they're not linked with their kinematic chop, so you have to tell them to be linked. Okay, how the things work now? So we have a starting point, an ending point, and all the things has to rotate according with the kinematic blah blah blah. So it's this guy, and as you can see now, it's moving. And welcome to the Kinematic Arm in Touch Designer. It's so funny. 3 seconds you have working skeletons. This is freaking amazing. Okay, so then when you have this, when you have this, okay, it's easy to attach the value of the mouse here, and then you end up with this guy. So you end up with this guy. How to add the mouse position? I mean, you have to take the normal mouse, select X and Y, multiplying for the range you want to have. And then here you can even add a bit of more motion, so that we are we're making the movement more hard. You see, if I put here like 1, then it's like more. Okay, this is a bit more accentuated. I don't know how to say it, so it's making more. Okay, yeah. How to get, actually, when you make the bones, they're not actually objects, so you have to create a structure and grab it. You can drop a geo, okay, select the constraint to the bone with an expression that is linking my geo1 with the bone number 1, magic, and then you have to refer in the same way the bone, and this is the expression. Taking the mid digit, actually this is wrong. It should be parent digit. Just in case. Twice even correct. Ah, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, then you have it. How to use this to displace geometry? Uh, yeah, it's not so complicated. Then you can take, this will not look good, but I will give you the idea. So you take a sphere, okay? Then you take the capture SOP, okay? Then the capture SOP need the hierarchy. The hierarchy of this guy is the chain root, okay? This guy is above everything. I don't know if it's this or this. You will tell me. You put it here, and now he is happy, okay? And we wanna maybe set region, as you can see, so we can see where we are affecting the ball, okay? That we would like to have bigger, so maybe it's more affected, okay? It's a bit buggy because you have to do it again if you change the input value. So capture, okay, then it's said, let's take this guy, okay, let's color it, okay. Maybe it was better before. Sorry guys. Capture, and we want to take this here, and let's see if we're okay. So now we are capturing a region, okay, and then we want to deform, okay. As you can see, we are deforming the point of the SOP with our skeleton. That is, as I said, is not good looking, but this is what the arm is doing to the sphere. So, with a thinker structure, you can achieve really good animation. This is how you deform geometry with a kinematic arm. I definitely suggest to use a pre-rigged object, so you can find it. You can find it or use it. Do it in Blender, really kind of fast. There's the auto rig. Yeah, with this amazing sphere and this kinematic arm, I will say hello to you. Thank you for your time, and we see each other next time.